Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope your day is going well. Thank you for joining back again to catch the video on the channel. And we have a number of interesting things going down regarding our Nigerian Super Eagles. Of course, one of the most shocking update right now is the fact that a Tanzanian reporter has now released a very worrying statement, warning Nigerian NFF about employing or giving out Coach Amunike the job. And this, of course, comes as a bit of a shocker because this guy is a Tanzanian reporter. Obviously, he's not a Nigerian, but he took it upon himself to actually weigh in this situation to write something on social media about Emmanuel Amunike. Of course, on the screen you can see that he's actually giving advice to NFF to not employ Amunike because he is not a coach that has the quality that Nigerian Super Eagles deserve. This is, in summary, what this guy is saying. He said he couldn't believe, when he heard that Amunike is the front runner for the Super Eagles job, that he laughed, at the news, actually. He started talking about when Amunike obviously coached the Tanzanian team. This was in 2019, yes. And he talked about Amunike not winning many games. He actually won 2 games and lost 6 games as they crashed out of the AFCON. But again, I don't know, I wanted to bring this on this channel for you guys to see, and for we to talk about it. Is this something to worry about? Obviously, because as you know from the previous videos, we've talked about, okay, Emmanuel Amunike seems to be the front runner for the job, and because NFF are obviously having problems with lack of money, they might decide to actually settle with Emmanuel Amunike. But it's not official yet. We are still waiting, and they said it's this week. This week is already fast spent. This is Wednesday. We've not heard anything. So my question, is it worth it for NFF to actually, look into some of these stories coming out from different angles? Of course, it's not only this Tanzanian reporter. There's also been lots of reaction on social media as a whole. Nigerians obviously not really expressing joy. Majority of people are not really expressing joy on the news that Amunike is going to be the head coach. In fact, even on this channel here, the small community that we have here, I've seen lots of comments that are saying Amunike is not the man, that we will not even qualify for World Cup. So is this still something that NFF can do? Maybe go back to the drawing board, or maybe do another meeting if, let's say, they've already appointed Amunike and we are just waiting to hear them announce it. Is it still worth it for them to go back and actually get us maybe Domen Storrens, for example, who is quite experienced European coach, and he also worked under Guardiola for several years, so he has experience. Do you think this is the kind of coach that we need instead of home base? Again, let me leave that for you to decide. Make sure to drop your comments about your feeling for that topic. Let me let you know that the NFF President is actually doing something really nice. I saw this and I was very impressed. It's such a kind, loving gesture. And what he's now done is that he's been traveling across Europe, and he's been visiting our Nigerian Super Eagles players who are injured at the minute. He's been visiting them, paying them courtesy visits, checking up on them, making sure that they are recovering well, making sure that their well-being is intact. Among the likes of the players that he has visited at this point, includes Moses Simon, who plays for Nantes, and of course Alhaji Gusau obviously went to Paris, France, where he visited Moses Simon. And we also have William Chusekong. He visited him, of course, in Pork, Greece. And then we have the likes of Zaidu Sanusi, who plays for FC Porto, of course, in Portugal. And the Presido obviously went to visit these 3 players, and checked on them, made sure that they were, or that they are recovering. This is obviously something really nice. I'm loving the story. The moment I saw it and the pictures and everything. This is what we love to see. Of course, the president of the NFF obviously taking interest in the lives, the personal lives and businesses of these players, especially as it relates to their well-being, because these players obviously give their life, they put in everything, sacrifice everything to be on the pitch to play for Nigeria. But again, he has one last thing to do, which is very important. He should make sure he gets us the best coach for this job, even if it's a foreign coach, maybe Domen Torrance or anybody that that can do the job. He should try as much as possible to get us this man. But let's go forward, guys, and let me let you know that Wilfred Ndidi was obviously one of the star boys yesterday as Leicester City played against Joe Aribo's Southampton. It was a disgrace of a match, really. Leicester City completely dominated that game, actually put 5 past Aribo's Southampton, and now it's just so clear that they mean business. They're ready to come back to the Premiership, and it shows. Their performances shows. They've now topped the league comfortably at this minute, and there's just 2 games remaining for the league to end, and this means that they are well on their way to actually come back to the Premiership. But again, Ndidi was such a key player for that game. He scored again. The last time, we talked about him in the previous video. Over the weekend, he scored a goal that actually helped Leicester win that one. And then yesterday, he was also on the score sheet. And a certain Ghanaian player also was on the score sheet, actually scoring hat-trick. He made history for himself. This Ghanaian star boy by the name Abdul Fatawi, 20-year-old, just a very young boy coming up, but he's been making lots of input to this Leicester team. And yesterday he obviously won the match ball, won the player of the night, and again makes history as the first Ghanaian to actually score a hat-trick in the championship. But we're just so happy, of course, especially the fact that Ndidi is definitely representing very well, and we know his contract is going to end this season. And the way he's playing, it's not going to be surprising if Leicester City offers him a new contract. Because I'm sure they are very impressed with what he's doing, not only his defensive ability, but also his ability to score goals, important goals to win games for them. Osimhen is also in the news, and this time he has, expressed the fact that he is definitely going to miss the Napoli fans when he leaves, in the summer. It's almost a given that Osimhen is going to leave, because of the amount of interest that's coming in for him from top clubs who are more than capable of breaking his release clause. But Osimhen is saying right now that he might even cry, when he's saying his goodbyes to Napoli fans because of the love, the support, and everything. He says that he's played football, over 7 years plus, and been to different countries and continents, but he's never seen a football fans back their team the way Napoli actually back its team, and that's something that he's going to find it very hard to say goodbye to. But he's definitely going to say the goodbyes, even if he cries. It's not a bad thing if you cry, really, because football is obviously an emotional game. We've seen men, captains, legends, leaders cry on the pitch, John Terry, Sergio Ramos, and the likes. So it's not a bad thing. But then I'm going to let you know the last update, which is the one that concerns Balogun. I talked about Balogun in the last video, where I mentioned that he was one of the key men that actually inspired Rangers to that victory, over the weekend against Hearts, which propelled them into the final of the Scottish Cup. Of course, Dresser was the man that scored the 2 goals for that one. But Balogun is seriously, impressing after he came back, into the fold. He actually played 90 minutes for that game, and now there is a rumor that he might get a new contract, from Rangers. because his contract is going to end this season. And again, he is someone that, you know, that's 35 years old, so the possibility of getting long-term contract might not be, you know, on the horizon, but maybe 1 year or 2 year. That's what's happening right now. But you know, there's some real seriousness that Rangers might actually consider giving him a contract. But let's see how that one goes. Thanks for watching this one. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure that you react to any of the stories that you feel connected to. Also, leave a like for this video and also share it to get across to a lot more other audience. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. Thanks for watching this one. Stay tuned. God bless you. Take care of yourselves.